ready to clean out my fountain because I have ordered a new pump for it because my old pump doesn't really work. So anyways, I've ordered a new pump for my water fountain because the pump isn't working. So I'm gonna see if this new one that I ordered will work, but I'm trying to clean it out right now because the water has just been sitting in there stagnant. There's also a bunch of like debris that gets in there. So I'm gonna see if I can keep that from happening because it's really gross. And there's a ton of ants in there right now too. So I've got an ant trap out there where the fountain goes, and then I'm gonna try and put this like cheesecloth stuff, this like really fine mesh around the back opening, and then maybe even at like the bottom hole that like goes back into like the lower basin where the pump is, just to try and keep debris from getting all in there, because clearly that's happening, and I think that's why the old pump broke. Okay. So I've got this mesh.
All right.
And some outdoor Velcro.
What you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna put the mesh on the back, keep bugs out.
On the back of what?
Where that hole is. And then at the very bottom hole, where it filters back into the like big basin. Okay. This is the sticky side of this. Okay, this will be the one that'll go on the fountain, I think. I think it'll be good. Wow, okay. It's done. Okay, I just made this other little piece for the hole, like at the bottom. So I'm gonna put this in. Okay, so I've got a couple more tasks for today. It's early spring and I'm trying to prune some bushes to hedge. So the camellias that I planted 2 years ago, 2 years ago? 1 year ago. I'm gonna try pruning them. And I've never done that before. There they are. I'm gonna try and prune those, and then there's another bush behind the shed that I need to prune or like trim way back because it's really tall. I want it to be more of a shrub and not a tree. And I think that's gonna be it for my Sunday. I've done a lot this weekend. So I'm just in my laundry room slash shed here, getting prepped. Got my gloves, little pruning shears. I feel like timing is really important here because it's like just now early spring I want to go ahead and do this so that I get maximum growth and like bushiness this year. Some of these are just kind of like brown and dying, so I guess I'm gonna cut those. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to do that, but I guess I will. This is just like really sad to do this because I just want these to be bigger. But I think this is how you make them bigger. Okay, so I think I got a little bit more brave as I went on, but this one I definitely trimmed down the most. Just because it had a lot of like those brown spots. But I'd say overall I got most of like the brown dried up leaves off. So I'm hoping I did it right. Like I didn't take too much off some of them just because they didn't really need it. Yeah, I think they'll be okay. I guess we'll see. This is the next shrub thing that I'm trimming, and it's pretty tall. I've just got these, so hopefully that's enough. Yeah, I'm just trying to have it be a little more shrubby and a little less like a tree. Okay, I think I need a bigger tool because this one isn't quite big enough. Okay, I'm back with these guys. I don't think this is the right tool either, but it's what I got.
How are you doing this?
Well, I could have broke it.
That's it.
That's definitely at a more reasonable height. And I think that'll help it kind of bush out some more. And that was everything that I cut off of it, and I had to get a little help to get that really big piece off. Okay, so it's been a few weeks since I've done my makeshift patio, and I haven't completed that yet or anything, but I just wanted to do something small today of hanging some like string bistro lights on my back porch here. They're like a solar powered one, and I've had them for like a year or two now, and haven't ever taken them out of the box. I just want to hang them up, and I really wanted to do like something where they hang over the seating on the patio, but I had like a big umbrella there and it just wouldn't work. and it would get in the way. So I can't do that. And I have them and I just want to hang them. And I don't have like a super long span of them either. So there really isn't a good spot put like just the one line of lights that I have. So I think the best place for them is going to be right out here. But I need to find some zip ties, and then hopefully I'm going to do like 2 rows, like one top row at like the very top right here, and then it'll go down and then it'll go around kind of like on the bottom right there. Hopefully like the length works out and it doesn't end in a weird spot. But I also have the cord like kind of in the corner, like where the wrought iron post is over that way. It's hard to tell which way I'm pointing on the camera. Yeah, so that's kind of concealed. I don't really know if the solar panel itself is going to get a decent amount of light to work where it's at. So I might need to get some sort of extension for that too. So after scrounging around in my shed, I found 8 black zip ties, which the cord is black, so I wanted to at least have that. But I also have these brown ones. I have 11 brown ones, which honestly, that wouldn't be the worst either because the metal that I'm attaching it to is kind of rusted and brown, so that could work too. We'll just see. So I think I'm gonna do like a hook for each light because I don't know that I love the like dangly look, and it would kind of be in the way of walking down the stairs. I really don't love screwing these hooks in here. It really hurts my fingers. And this one is like right in the corner. And my fingers are like in a cobweb right now. I really hope this turns out the way I'm envisioning it. And that I didn't just do this. And I'm gonna end up hating it. I feel like I might have to end up doing a mixture of black and brown zip ties. I guess I'll just maybe start with the black ones. I feel like the pressure is really on right now because I don't know if I want to do this one or that one. I'm pretty sure I want to do this one because I don't think I want them showing with the scalloped edge. But then is that too close? No, I don't think so. Okay, if I don't like them, I can always just take them down. Okay, this is the part where I'm like kind of freaking out a little bit because I just don't know if it's going to be long enough. I think what I can do here actually is work backwards and then just kind of like bunch things in that corner. Maybe. Okay, I don't like how they're like bunched up there, so I think I'm just gonna string them like how they should be and then just let them come down the pole a little bit. Or this. Or do I double up over there? I don't know that I love that either. A spider has come out to enjoy the new lights. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go with ending it there and running it down. Okay, just gonna see how that looks from the ground. Okay, I think this is my final answer. Oh, wow, I didn't think they were gonna work right away. Okay, I'm happy with these. Okay, I'm gonna plant some herbs that I got this past weekend. I got some cilantro, some thyme, and some parsley. And then I do have a raspberry plant that I don't want to plant in the ground, so I need to get like a container for it, but I just don't know what kind of container I want. So I'm gonna leave that as is for now, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the other stuff in the ground, and I just have to figure out where exactly I want to put each of them in my little herb garden. Okay, so today I'm gonna be fixing this fountain, so last year in 2024, I bought it and I set it up. It worked pretty good. There were occasionally some issues when like it was cloudy out, like it wouldn't work that great, or like it wouldn't run that long at night. So it was fine for a year. Emptied it over winter, and then in the spring, like I was cleaning it out, I had to remove an ant infestation. Ants were like living in this area that I had to clean out. I cleaned it out, as you saw, and then I added this mosquito netting on the Velcro to like cover up a hole so that like debris and like mosquitoes hopefully wouldn't lay eggs in there. I filled it up with water after that, and it worked for like a week or so, and then the pump broke. So I was sick of like this like mediocre little pump that it came with, and I spent like over $100 on this like really extravagant pump that has like an extra battery backup, but with all the tariffs and everything, the company that makes it is having sourcing issues, and so they're not quite sure when they'll be able to ship it. So I was just sick of not having really peaceful sounds of my fountain, so I purchased another just kind of like cheap solar panel fountain pump from Amazon. So today I'm just gonna set it up and at least have something for the time being. And you know, it might not work the greatest, but it's better than no fountain, I figure. So gonna like clean out like dog hair and like debris just gets stuck in it. Check that out right in my drink. Okay, I think that's about as clean as it's gonna get. Okay, so this is the old pump, and it has its own solar panel, but the pump also powers the LED lights in each of the like tiers of the pots. So I can't really like use the new pump with this system. I just have to have like 2 solar panels. I guess that's fine. And then I already tested this out, so this is the new pump, which it has a filter, so that might be more helpful for it. So yeah, my point of the story is that I think I'm gonna have 2 pumps. One of them just isn't gonna be working and powering the lights, and then the other one will actually be pumping the water. I got my ant bait in there to try and help stop the ants from making this their home. Yay, I'm so glad it works again. Okay, so now that it's for sure working, I've just got to put this mesh back on the back to keep debris out, and then I need to figure out the placement of like where I want to put each of the solar panels within the garden over here. Really right now I want to figure out where I'm going to put these, and then I'm going to kind of embed them in the rocks so that they're not just like sitting on top of the rocks like they are right now. This cord is actually not very long. It is so freaking hot out here. Also, this isn't sweat. I just put on a mosquito repellent. It's really oily. Okay, now that I'm like melting right now, everything is done. I'm trying to move out of the way here. That one white rock sitting in front of that solar panel was really bothering me. Now it's done for now. Obviously need to weed out some of the weeds, but I'm just happy that my fountain's working again. So I'm just going on a little nature walk right now, just for inspiration, and just took some like beautiful pictures of wild looking, but also at the same time like really magical looking little border that I kind of want to do for the back area of my yard, because basically that little area between the 2 fences, realistically, I just don't think I'm going to keep up with it. So this inspiration kind of has that same feel, but it's also still beautiful. So I think I want to do something like that. And then I also just love this little rock wall right here. It's not a wall, but it's like drainage from somebody's property. right there. I just think that's so cute. And also it looks like it's gonna storm right now. But I wanna walk over to this one area that's just really beautiful and maybe watch the storm roll in over there. I just wanna say that I just turned the corner to the golf course in my neighborhood, and like just the rolling hills and everything of it with the approaching storm, like it just truly made me so happy. I just heard a very loud crack of thunder, so I'm trying to head home as fast as I can. Also, look at that fountain compared to mine. There it is. It's clearly a very expensive fountain, and I just find it funny that my little trickle of my fountain sounds so soft compared to that one. Okay, here's another little magical area that I love. There's somebody there. So cute.